Here in Boise, Idaho, getting set for the 2024 Old Trapper Mountain West Football Championship game between UNLV and Boise State. I'm now joined here by the Boise State Broncos, who are in their 8th conference title game since 2014. This is tied with Clemson for the most of any FBS program in that span. They have a tremendous home field advantage, as the commissioner spoke about, 11-game win streak currently here on the Blue. Joined on stage here by the Broncos, head coach Spencer Danielson, place kicker Jonah Dalmas, Ahmed Hassanin, Ashton Genty, and Maddox Madsen. If you have a question, you can, again, raise your hand. Our mic runners will find you. State your name and affiliation, if you would not mind, for the broadcast, and we'll have a question and a follow-up question from each and come back around to you if we do have time. We'll start here with a opening statement from the head coach, Spencer Danielson.
Well, guys, appreciate you guys taking time to be here. Thank you, Jesus, for another day of life and this opportunity, man. It's so blessed to be here, so proud of what these guys have done, but the job's not finished, and excited to get this championship back on the Blue. Last time we played here on the Blue, it didn't go our way, and we've learned a lot over the past year, days, weeks, months since that time, and I'm proud of our guys getting an opportunity to go defend the Blue tomorrow. But, we got a ton of respect for Barry Odom and his staff, his players. Can't wait to see him tomorrow. We know it's going to be a great game, and proud of the way our guys have worked to this point. I mean, there's been so much talk preseason to now, and having us versus UNLV in the championship's an awesome game, awesome time for college football, and excited for our guys to go cut it loose.
Questions from the room here?
BJ Rains with Bronco Nation News. Anybody can take it or just go down the line. I'm just curious. I mean, you guys walk in that front door, you see those Fiesta Bowl trophies, the history of this place, all the murals of all the past teams, players. Like, to be one win away from being one of those teams that's going to have that kind of stuff moving forward. And 2 decades from now, players are going to come in here and talk about you guys and that 2024 team. To be one game away, I guess, what would it mean to you guys? And what is the history of this place? How much does that kind of fuel what you guys do on a daily basis to live up to that standard?
Yeah, I mean, it would mean a lot to us. I mean, all the work we've been putting in from the off season till now. This place has been built on winning championships, and that's what we do here. So to be another group, a part of that list would be dope.
Here in front to the right.
John Worcester, Idaho Press. Jonah, you grew up watching this program. You're from this area. You know the history. What would it mean to you personally to kind of leave your mark and do something that's never been done here before?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome to see this place grow over the years, and it's just a testament to Boise State, because you see a lot of guys that have come in, have made this program better than what they found it to be, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into this program, and it's been awesome to see it grow over the years, like I mentioned, and to be able to leave that legacy would be awesome. But it's just a testament to this team and how we work and how we do everything for each other.
And Spencer, these fans for years have just been wanting a chance. That's all they've wanted, and now they get it. Just what's the excitement you feel like around this town right now?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, Bronco Nation, second to none. And I've talked about this before. I mean, they're not at the game. They are in the game with us. I mean, that's what you feel like, not only during the game, but throughout the week. I mean, this is a fan base that loves their teams, supports them now and for decades. And it's so special. And I got a lot of texts after winning last week from a bunch of supporters, a bunch of fans. And it was like, man, congrats on the regular season, but just make sure those guys know, the job's not finished. And it's like, I smile because I'm like, you don't know this team then. Like, this is a group of guys that's all they're thinking about is finishing what we start, and being able to do it in front of our fans that support us through the hard times, the good times. They're there for us. We know they're going to pack out the Blue tomorrow. Excited to do it in front of them.
Stay down in front.
Jason Chatro with the Associated Press. This is for the players. You guys have been here through a major change, coaching staff change, and some of the kind of turmoil, I guess, that you guys have dealt with in the middle of that. Can you talk a little bit about what it is that Coach Danielson's brought to the program that's been the difference maker? I mean, the secret ingredient or whatever that's turned the program from where you guys were, middle of last year to, how you guys have been performing over since that point.
I'd say for me, what I see that he's brought to this program is just love. He truly cares about us, and it's deeper than football. He cares about the men that will grow to be someday, and he puts a lot into this team each and every single day. We know what we're going to get from him every day. He pushes us to be great men of playing football, but not only that, but great men off the field.
Yeah, just to add on to that too, it's just one of those things where when you go through adversity, you have to adapt and overcome, and that's what ultimately makes a team stronger, as we all come together and we all do it for each other. And so this is a player-led team. We all love each other, and Coach D, he brings that love and passion for the game every single day, and that's what motivates us to be the best that we possibly can be.
Yeah, I'll add to this question too. I mean, towards the end of last year, those last 3 games with Coach D, I was able to kind of just sit back and watch, and I think you see everyone in this building has a smile. I think that's the biggest thing. Coach D always brings a smile to this building, and that's extremely contagious. Especially if you're gonna go places where everyone wants to, there's got to be a joy of this game, and that's what's found in this building.
Yeah, I'll add that too. Like, he did so much into my life that I'm so grateful for. He brought God into my life. I did not know God until I came to Boise State and I talked to Coach D, and we were sitting at the dinner table. I mean, we were talking about it, and he's explaining the story. He just brings so much love and so much energy that it's like you can feed off of it. So I love that man.
KTVB, Ashton, this one's for you. 1 year ago today, you hit send on a tweet that kind of got Bronco Nation rather excited, reconfirming that you were going to stay at Boise State. As you reflect back 1 year later, just what stands out to you about your decision?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the best decisions I made in my life. Obviously, it was a pivotal decision, and it's paid off just how I thought it would. And the love and connection that I have with this team, I would never switch anything out for it. And, we're on track to do some amazing things just like I thought we would be.
To follow up on that, Ashton, I know you got a lot going on right now, man, but maybe the answer's obvious, but do you approach this as your final game on the blue?
Yes, I do.
Las Vegas Free Journal. Spencer, can you talk, is there an onus to over-adjust when you already played someone? Like, how much focus do you put on that first game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both sides, right? We're doing it. I know, Coach Job and his staff, you're going to look at the game we played a couple weeks ago. You're going to look at the games they've played since, just like they're going to look at the games we played since. And so, we're going to look at ways we can make adjustments. We're going to look at some wrinkles. We're going to look at some things that, because it's very clear how they're going to attack us and how we're going to attack them. And then we got to, as a staff, have looked at ways that we can counter that. But at the end of the day, it's all about who goes out and executes. And I talked to our team this morning about cutting it loose. Like, there's a lot of hype on this game. It's a championship game, a lot on the line for both teams. And I don't want our guys having any fear of failure. Go cut it loose, and schematically want to make sure our guys understand the plan and they can go play fast and play physical and do it for each other.
We'll go here and then here.
Sean Goodwin, Idaho Statesman. Ashton, last time you guys played UNLV, I don't think I've seen a team hit you harder this year. Just knowing what Aiken brings to the table, big lights, championship game, just how are you preparing to face these guys again?
Yeah, Coach D's been saying it all week, doing what we do better. We've seen them already, we've played them already, so that's to our advantage. We know what they're going to do, but we didn't play our best game when we played against them, and we're going to play our best game tomorrow against them. And yeah, they're a physical team, but this program has been built on being the most physical, dominant team, and we will show that tomorrow.
And then Maddox and Spencer, just you guys. It's foggy now. I'm sure you guys are seeing the weather. It's going to be real foggy tomorrow night. Is that going to affect the pass game at all? You guys maybe go to the ground even more than usual? I guess how are you going to tackle the weather, the elements?
Yeah, I'll hit it first. Just like anything, you go into a game and whatever the elements are, we're all in it. UNLV's in it, Boise State's in it, so we'll have a plan, run game and pass game to attack, and the weather's going to be what the weather's going to be, and we'll be on the attack in both phases of our offense.
Yeah, to add to that, the simplest way to put it is the weather we're going to be playing is the same weather they're going to be playing in, as a passing offense on their side too. If they have to change things, we're also going to have to change things. And so I know myself, and I don't think it's going to affect our pass game too much.
Ashton, I want to know, you obviously are leaving a legacy here on the field, but I want to know why it was important for you to leave a legacy off the field with your scholarship fund, and kind of what was the driving motivation behind that, and you know, kind of getting that set up.
Yeah, I know how much being in college has impacted me and helped me grow as a person. So to be able to give back to the community is amazing, and I think it's just really important to realize like how much the game of football gives to athletes, especially myself. So to be able to give that back to the younger generation or even people my age is a big deal.
And also, you know, as far as you know, tomorrow goes, you got you guys have this stage to yourself. You know, as far as this game goes, you know, and obviously we have the Heisman Trophy, you know, coming up, and your candidates for it. You know, what is your statement on that? Do you feel like you deserve it? And if so, you know, kind of what's your position on that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I am the best player in the country. I've put that, you know, on notice every single week, and it's just the same thing. I take it week by week, and if I'm picked to win, then I will win. But my focus right now is going out and, you know, playing my best football for my teammates, coaches, and winning a championship.
Spencer, you know, you talked about your relationship with Coach Pete and some of the former coaches here. I asked the players earlier, but just for you, to be a part of this tradition and history, and to be able to maybe add to that with a win tomorrow night, you know, what would that mean for the team and for you when you come in the office? I mean, the reminders you get of just the history of this program the last 30, 40, 50 years, what kind of comes to mind? And like I said, trying to add this team, you know, to that legacy.
Yeah, BJ, I mean, that's a great question. You know, Boise State has been built on, you know, decades of people way before I ever got here, the success, the blue collar, the hard work, when even a lot of Boise State football is unknown. And then as they continued to have success, more and more people found out about them, from the 07 Fiesta Bowl and so on. And, you know, I'm a product of being surrounded by amazing players, amazing coaches in the building now. And I've been open about, you know, me and Coach Pete's relationship, how impactful he is in my life. You know, Dirk Cutter's 2 doors down from me in the office. I pick his brain all the time. He was the head coach here, pushed the standard forward. And so for me with our team, it's this game. Yes, there's going to be legacy that's created from it, but I'm all focused on this game, and I do believe it's all about our process. I've been asked even, are you going to do anything different tonight because it's a championship game? It's like, no. It's a championship game, but I believe in our process over perfection, and us doing us better than we've ever done before is our focus. And then after the game, looking back on it, BJ, to see you know, what comes from this and the legacy that's left. But our focus is on tomorrow night and our team cutting it loose, playing their best. I'm proud of what our team's done to this point. The job's not done. I'm excited to, you know, play our best football tomorrow.
That great?
Yeah, Brandon Sullivan, Scripps Sports. Coaches, for you, can you just talk personally what this means to you, not just where you are at right now in the season, seeing these guys, how far they've come, and what it means to you to be in this situation with all this on the line. You got all this, there's a whole bunch of noise, and you got to phase it all out. But when it comes down to it, what does this mean to you personally to be in this situation right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so thankful. I mean, and I've been open about this. I really do believe the only reason I'm the head coach at Boise State is that Jesus put me in that seat to develop people. And yes, there's a scoreboard in regards to football, but the one that matters to me is developing young men for life. And I'm so blessed to be in that seat to do that. And with tomorrow night, all the hype on that game, I mean, our players have talked about it before. I mean, we've been playing playoff mentality football since game one. And that's the awesome part about college football and where it is now is every week was our biggest game of the season. And then once that game was over, the next team and the next game was the biggest game of the season because the next one. And yes, it's a championship game. Yes, there's a lot of hype and a lot on it, and that's awesome. Embrace that, but it's also another game. I'm excited for our guys to go cut it loose tomorrow and do what we do, just make sure we find a way to continue to grow week to week and do it better. But I also want our guys to enjoy all these moments. There's going to be a lot of players where it's their last game on the blue tomorrow. and I want them to embrace it. Don't go out there anxious. Don't go out there with any fear. Go cut it loose with your teammates and enjoy that moment as you do it.
Real quick, I want to ask you about Matt Miller. I covered him in high school back in Montana. What's
Sorry.
it? Thank you. I'm still recovering. Can you talk about the importance of having him around this? Obviously, he built a legacy here as a player, but to have him here now, especially with this run you guys are on?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Miller is a 10 out of 10. I believe that we have the best staff in the country, and they impact me way more than I impact them on a daily basis. And Coach Miller, I mean, what he does with the receivers, but not just the receiver group, our whole offense, our whole team. I mean, these coaches impact. Their focus is on these young men way more than just what they do on the football field. And Coach Miller, the relationship he builds, the history he has here from being a receiver, a big-time player here, and then seeing him give back into this new generation of Broncos and the alumni that come back that know Coach Miller and the impact he has. He's done a phenomenal job, and excited for him to continue to do so.
Jay Tuss, KTVB. Maddox, this one's for you. You are now 12-1 as a starting quarterback at Boise State. Your touchdown interception ratio is 21-3. There's obviously a lot of noise out there that along the way, but how proud are you of that record, being 12-1 as a starting quarterback at Boise State?
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be in this position, and realistically, I never win games by myself. So it's a shout out to all my teammates and everything they do for me and prepare me weekly, but also they go out and make plays for me, and they make more plays than I do. So
That being said, what would it mean to get career victory 13 tomorrow, probably the biggest that you would have in your career to this point?
yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously last year I wasn't able to play in the championship game, so it's a big deal for me to kind of be able to celebrate with my teammates tomorrow victorious.
I'm here.
Bronco Radio Network, Bob Beeler.
Go ahead, Pat. Yep,
Go.
Bob. Yeah.
This question is for Ashton. Ashton, last game against UNLV, they made it pretty tough to run. So what did they do that maybe was different than some of the other teams did to you, and how do you think you can do tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they pressured, they, twisted with the D-line, and I think really just for us, it was, IDing the fronts in the run game and just hitting our pitches. So we didn't do a great job at doing that, and, usually runs that, we'd break, and I slipped on a run. So if we just do what we do better, then we'll be able to, execute in the run game.
Kind of a similar question for Ahmed. What did you notice in UNLV's offensive attack that gave you guys some trouble last week, and what do you think you need to do to be strong tomorrow?
I mean, they're a very talented group. Everybody has to do our job. Everybody have to fit their gaps, do the 111. And other than that, just fly around and cut it loose and play free. And just go out there and make plays.
Sean Golding, Idaho Statesman. Spencer, just, all the talk around the CFP, and you've got teams in, SEC and Big Ten, 2-3 lost teams, and get complaining about maybe not being ranked as high. For you guys, it feels like, one loss and it feels like you're out. It's playoff mode all season. Just how tough is it to every single game feels like a playoff for you guys? Because for whatever reason, one loss and it feels like you're out.
Yeah, it's a good question. You're always battling the outside noise. And, last year there were some things we were battling that was negative about this program and things that happened here. This year there's a lot of positives, but either one can distract you. And the quickest way to get caught is to lose focus and be distracted. And that's something we've been battling from the offseason through game 1 to game 2 and so on and so forth. And our players have done a good job. Always ways we can learn and grow, starting with me in regards to focusing on what you control, our process. And so no different coming to this game. I mean, I'm asked all the time, as I'm sure Coach Odom is as well, is, what do you think about this in the ranking? It doesn't matter. No one's calling me. I'm not a voter. All I control is making sure we get our team prepped and our process is on point and we go play our best week to week. And I'm proud of our team working their tail off to do that.
Jay Tuss, KTVB. Ahmed, it was either before or after senior day. You said that you weren't really focused on it being your final game on the blue because you still knew you had one more game on the blue. So if anybody that knows you knows you're fairly emotional. So where are your emotions at right now? Is as we have ticked down to what has to be, your final game on the blue?
Man, yeah, I mean, just to leave a legacy, to leave an impact for my teammates and just to win a championship on the blue. It'll be my last time on the blue. Might as well just win a championship with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to go out there and have fun and play football with my teammates, because that's truly what it's all about at the end of the day. Just going out there and just enjoying the process, enjoying what I've been here, leading my teammates out there, and just going out there, having fun, yelling. I mean, I'm excited. I'm really happy. I'm excited. I mean, it's a great opportunity.
This one's for all the players. Like your coach just said, you guys have done a good job this season of taking it one game at a time, not looking too far ahead. With everything that's on the line this week, how much tougher is that to do that this week?
We've had everything on the line since week one, whether it be winning the championship now, making the playoffs, being undefeated in conference. There's always been pressure on our backs, but it's nothing different this game. It's the same thing. It's to go out there and win, and yeah, we've had to do that all year.
Ashton, two for you. First off, happy birthday. How'd you celebrate it?
Thank you. But yeah, my roommates, they took me out to dinner at Ruth Chris, so that was cool. Got me a little cowboy ribeye steak.
Why was that the dinner of choice? And obviously you're really close with your roommates, so how special is that moment as again, kind of ticking down to your final days with them as your roommate, for that matter?
Yeah, I always, take them out, treat them out to food, cook for them. So it was the least they could do, really. But nah, it was cool that they, did that, because like you said, not much time left living together. I mean, they talk about it every week, but, just a real close relationship we have.
So your roommates treated you. One of your offensive linemen said that you might have treated them this week. Is that true? And if so, what did you guys do?
Yeah, we took a little trip down to Barbacoa, so it was. You ain't blocked no 3 texts, Mad Dog, so I couldn't invite you. But nah, it was a good time, and just to show my appreciation for them. You don't get 2,000 rushing yards by yourself. They did a great job all year blocking for me and opening up holes, and I couldn't do it without them. And yeah, I just really appreciate them. So I didn't appreciate how much the bill was, but it was a good time.
So I believe some players walked in. I saw some eye shift. I mean, if you're going to make a statement, if there's a statement towards UNLV, are you guys going to play your hardest, or is the statement going to be said out on the field tomorrow?
We're not the type to talk too much. We just show it with our play on the field, so you'll see tomorrow.
Any further questions? Oh, down here in front here.
Green Review Journal. Spencer, Ashton talked about this, but what do you remember most from that first game on how they either attacked or how they defended? They have good special teams. Ricky White's got like 4 blocks. I'm sure you're aware of that, but what can turn this either way tomorrow?
Yeah, and I've been open about this. I mean, I got a ton of respect for Coach Odom, his staff, the players they've got there in all 3 phases. I mean, you look at them in all 3 phases, O, D, and special teams. Not only do they have really good schematics, I mean, they've got players that make plays, that play hard, they do it together. And we knew going into that first game it was going to be a heavyweight fight, and it was. And we know tomorrow is going to be no different. Ton of respect on both sides. And not go into full detail, but it's, like I said, in all 3 phases, they had a great plan to attack us, and it was a back-and-forth battle, and that's what it is in a heavyweight fight. And I know tomorrow is going to be no different.
Got one further question here, and then we'll make this the last one before we turn our attention to UNLV.
Might be a dumb question, but just trying to have a little fun here. We have our kind of bingo card when Spencer talks, with the Spencer Daniel-sisms, and the things that he likes to repeat. Do you guys have a favorite Spencer saying or thing that he repeats often?
Thank you, Jesus, for the victory.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's true.
He says it after every game, but he's like, this is our most important game, and then everybody's like, because it's the next one.
Yep, see that a lot too. I deserve that.
All right, with that, we'll turn the Broncos loose. Best of luck to you, fellas.
Thank you.
All right, that's the Boise
Thank you.
State
Thanks,
Broncos.
guys. God bless you.
We'll be back here on the Mountain West Network in a matter of minutes with the UNLV Rebels at 3:30 Mountain Time.